All right, everyone, I'd like to call us to order. I'd like to acknowledge, welcome everybody. I'd like to call us to order. I acknowledge that it is well past 8:30. We had some technical difficulties, so I'm calling us to order at 9:37. If we could please have our acknowledgement of land from Trustee Toon.
Oki, welcome to our division office located on the traditional land and territory of the Niitsitapi, Piikani, Kainai, Siksika, and the Blackfoot people within the Treaty 7 region of southern Alberta.
Thank you, Trustee Toon. If we could now please stand for O Canada. Thank you to Crowsnest Consolidated High School students for our O Canada this morning. Moving on in the agenda to emergent changes to the agenda, recommendation that the September 8th, 2025 special board meeting agenda be approved by the Board of Trustees as presented or amended. Can I get someone to make that motion? Trustee Yegas? Any amendments or changes to the agenda? Seeing none, that the recommendation that the September 8th, 2025 special board meeting agenda be approved by the Board of Trustees as presented. All in favor? Carried. Moving on to declaration of conflict of interest. Declaration of conflict of interest. It is a recommendation that the Board of Trustees declare if they have any conflicts of interest relating to the agenda items from the September 8th, 2025 special board meeting, and if so, should declare them. Seeing none. Moving on to our action items, D1. Peaks Collegiate Campus School Code. Currently, the Peaks Collegiate Campus operates under the virtual school code. This creates a challenge in tracking the results of the two programs separately without a lot of manual processes. In consultation with the Alberta Ed Education, it was recommended that we establish the name and school code for the Peaks Collegiate Campus. This will help with tracking the results, allow for additional funding for students attending from outside of the division, and for the maintenance of Peaks Collegiate Campus facility. The recommendation that the Board of Trustees establish the Peaks Collegiate Campus School and request a school code through Alberta Ed. Can I get someone to please make that motion? Trustee Long? Trustee Long, did you want to speak to it or would you like to turn it over to Mr. Perry? Mr. Perry, would you like to speak to that?
Sure. There's not much more to say than what was in the preamble to this. As we were working with Alberta Education to maximize our funding and to be able to track, to the best of our ability, the collegiate side of things, this was the recommendation from them. We had been using the virtual school code up to this point. So the collegiate has been operating, but it's been under the virtual school umbrella. And so, again, this will allow us to separate it from the virtual school and allow us to track from an ongoing forward basis, as well as it allows us to provide that school code for IMR funding, for maintenance funding for the facility out there, which is quite timely. Needs to be in by September 15th is the date that we were given. So that's why we're having a special board meeting to be able to put this motion forward. So with that, unless there's additional questions, I don't have anything else.
Thank you, Mr. Perry. Any questions? Trustee Toon?
Thank you, Mr. Perry. Just a quick question. There is no additional cost with an extra school code, is that correct, to the division?
That's correct, yeah. There's no additional cost whatsoever.
And you mentioned IMR. Is there anything that we could possibly be even more beneficial, receiving additional dollars because of the additional school code, or it's just more of a tracking and financial auditing side of things?
Yeah, in order for the ability to get revenue for the IMR, the maintenance side of things, we are required to have a school code and provide that with the facility code as well. But a big part of it is also tracking. Students are funded through the funding manual based on, whether it's collegiate, whether it's virtual and so forth. So there's no change to the way we would be funded per student and the programming, but there is a change for the maintenance side of things as well.
Yep, Trustee Toon.
Thanks. That just leads me to my last follow-up. You mentioned the funding side of things. So this creating the school code and Peaks in general, the collegiate campus aspect of it, there is no dollars that are being taken from the other schools and classrooms. The per student funding isn't going to fund we've talked a lot about this, so just clarifying that side of things as well.
That is correct. The per student funding that we get for regular students is not being utilized to fund this program. This program is self-sustaining with the programs that we operate from the Peaks Collegiate Campus. And so this is just another way of accessing additional funding to support the facilities that we have out there, as well as track the program, the results of the program.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? I just have a quick question. So we'll still have our virtual code, which will remain the same, and track that end of the virtual world, I guess, per se. And so this is just allowing us another code. And so when you talk about students outside of the division, because I'm sure that we have some students for virtual outside of our division too, does that fall under still virtual, or does that still remain under, will it be under the new code?
Yeah, no, that would still be under virtual.
Okay.
And this would be the collegiate, courses that are being taken, yeah.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Thanks. Any other questions? All right, seeing none. So the recommendation that the Board of Trustees, oh, sorry, Trustee Long, I didn't ask if you would like to close.
Yeah, this is a logical and positive change as we continue to improve and build upon the Peaks Collegiate Campus. So it's a good idea.
Thank you, Trustee Long. Okay, the recommendation on the floor is that the Board of Trustees establish the Peaks Collegiate Campus School and request a school code through Alberta Ed. All in favor? Carried. All right, I'm now going to move us in camera labor, staffing, and contractual updates, and legal. That the Board of Trustees go in camera at 9:46. Can I get someone to please make that motion? Trustee Toon? All right, if we could all just move in camera. After in camera, we will be adjourning, so we will not be returning back. So, Mr. Perry, please feel free to shut down.